What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And man, it's good to do a night stream. Got off work early, and boy, I am pumped up. Today, shout out to Drop the Mic, new media in the building. Shout out to Sean Bless. He said, yes, sir. Can't wait for tonight's show. Well, we're here now. Shout out to Dextorious Crockett. Thank you again, my brother, for supporting the channel, donating $4.99 so we can build this channel. Says new media, do your thing. Yeah, we about to do our thing. Shout out to CWE Brooklyn. Shout out to Gunna Boy. Shout out to Brett Law. Said hit that MF like button. DZ King in the house. He said, DJ, yeah, you know what it is. Gunna Boy said, you see Melo's post about wanting number one. Yeah, I saw that. He want that number one back. But before I talk about what Bismack Biyombo said, today, the Hornets lost in a most embarrassing fashion. Now, I told you guys, and some of you are Hornets fans, I will not make excuses for mediocrity. I would never do it. So I looked at who was out for this game for the Hawks. Now, we all know LaMelo, Gordon Hayward, and Monk are not there. We get that. But I'm going to tell you who was not playing in tonight's game. Trae Young, Danilo Gallinari, Tony Snell, who's a good shooter, John Collins, who's a beast, DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, Chris Dunn, who is a defensive starter. So I went on social media earlier today. I said 5. I misspoke. The Hawks had 6 players off and lost this game. They had 6 players out of this game, and JB and company could not steal a game. This was probably the most embarrassing loss of the season. I know they got blown out in a couple games, but this loss is embarrassing. They know how tough April is in the NBA, especially in the Eastern Conference, because so many records are so close-knit. But instead of taking advantage of an easy game, the Hornets struggled. The Hornets were not themselves. And what did I tell y'all? Whenever they play that ISO ball crap, they lose themselves. And that's what happened. Corshawn Smith says, my family, I love y'all, man. It's all love here. New media. Y'all know what it is. Jonathan Williams says, how's it going, people? Yes. Shout out to Coach Joe, J&J Video. Shout out to my brother Rev. Shout out to so many people who support this channel. Shout out to DKM. It's his birthday. Drop the mic. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Miles Bridges went crazy. Yeah, shout out to Miles Bridges. I loved what I seen from Miles Bridges. I love it. And we gotta see Miles Bridges get involved more. But I see a lot of Hornet fans making excuses today. Not all, but a lot of them. And saying like this. These are some of the things the James Borrego fans are saying on social media. Quote, why do you guys lose your mind when they lose a game? It's not that they lost. It's that they lost to this team. They pretty much, meaning the Hornets, played the B League, the B team. Hawks. You cannot lose to these teams that are injured. They got 6 players out. But I told you guys, we're going to see how talented the Hornets are. We're going to see it all right. But I'm really disappointed, man. Look, if you read the stats, they made Bogdanovich look like Michael Jordan today. Bogdanovich had 30 points. They couldn't stop him. And guess what? James Borrego kept using that auto zone defense. Auto zoning away. And what did I say? And the people in the chat, what did I say earlier? I said that auto zone defense is going to catch up to the Hornets. They lost a couple of games this month because of it. But 32 points for Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich shot 8 for 16 from 3. Capella had 20 points and 15 rebounds. They made Capella look like prime Dwight Howard out there. So here's the formula of losing. Number 1, ISO ball. And guess who the main culprits for that? Tay-Bay and Rozier. Now, when Rozier plays well, I give him credit. But there was a bunch of hero ball today. Bad IQ plays. Jaheim says the zone defense and ISO ball are a couple of reasons why they lost. Yeah. All they had to do is play within the system, but they couldn't even do that right. And they lost to the freaking – that's pretty much the G League team besides Bogdanovich. Taufik said it right. Taufik was like, DJ, it's the autopilot defense, but damn, the Hawks G League team. Yeah, this is the most embarrassing. I believe this is the most embarrassing loss of the season of the Hornets. You can't lose shit like this, man. Shout out to Ant Learn, new media member. He said, what's good, new media? Sticking with my head in here for a few minutes before I sleep. Yeah, man, we got the news for you, man. We got the news for you. Yeah, Jaheim, Bogdanovich was shooting over everyone. Well, when you put small guards in there, that's what you're going to get. You got a bunch of Oompa Loompas out there trying to defend, and that's not going to be a pretty sight. You're not going to win that much doing that. At all. Brett, what he said. Yeah, Tay-Bay out there, man. Boy, I've never Devontae Graham, man. Boy, he got what he wanted, didn't he? He got the most green light. Like, I've never seen a role player get that much of a green light in the NBA. I'm trying to remember when's the last time a role player really get these type of shots? This brother out here is shooting Steph Curry range shots and hoping it goes in. Like, I understand Terry Rozier, but Devontae, please. TB, that's not overreacting, man. Did you read? TB says, y'all overreacting a little, LOL. They still without LaMelo, Gordon, and Monk. That's almost 70 points. Wait a minute, brother. I got to say this. Remember, after the injury, fans were saying, oh, we could win games without LaMelo. It's not all about LaMelo. Now, all of a sudden, they lose a game that they shouldn't have lost to. The Hawks had 6 players out, too. Actually, the Hawks had more players out, key players, than the Hornets. There are no excuses. But I just think it's funny that all of a sudden they care about LaMelo being out, and that's a factor. No, you can't use that excuse now. Y'all thought he was just one of the guys. Remember, it's not all about LaMelo. I'm just going off what they're saying. So don't get mad at me when I'm being fair. That's what they wanted. I'm not saying you. I'm just talking about those fans. TB says those fans were overacting. That's a bad loss. Again, I hate to beat a dead horse, but look who was out. There are no excuses for the Hornets tonight. I'm not giving them no damn excuses. Trae Young out. Gallinari out. Snell out. John Collins, who's a beast, out. DeAndre Hunter out. Cam Reddish out. Chris Dunn, who's a really good defender, out. 6 players. But the Hornets had 3 players out, and now they want to make excuses like, oh, man, losses happen. No. You're not supposed to lose to that type of team. Because you know what's going to happen? What if the Hornets finish with a 500 record in April? They're going to look back and say, man, we should have won that game against the Atlanta Hawks when Trae and company weren't playing. Yeah, Trae was out. Chef Curry says it sucks. The Warriors ain't good this year. Well, that's management's fault. Really, Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr wanted to control the roster and get the players he want. That's all on him. Hey, he didn't want LaMelo Ball. And we all know why he didn't want LaMelo Ball. It's because of his father. So that's what happens when you operate off emotion instead of logic. You make bad decisions, and you'll usually end up like Steve Kerr is right now. I will say this, prayers to James Wiseman. I hope the brother overcomes this, but the Warriors clearly played James Wiseman out of position. They try to play him like a Chris Bosh type, or one of those new hybrid players. That's just not his game. So prayers to James Wiseman. As for Steve Kerr, that's all his fault, man. Steve Kerr wanted to throw a middle finger at the Ball family, but I'm telling you, it just went back. Because now the Warriors have literally gave the Hornets, some will say, the best player in the draft. And the one with top 3 upside out of 10, 25 and under. That's who the Warriors just literally gave to the Hornets. Toffee said, okay. William Mason says, New Media Nation United, what's up? What's good, my brother? Ant Learn says, Hornets look good that short stretch when Hayward was out of the year. Pace was faster and the ball moving more. Bro, I'm glad you said that. Everyone in the chat, remember when Gordon Hayward was out and LaMelo Ball was starting, he had more of a role. Metric-wise, that was the best of the Hornets from offensive standpoint and a defensive standpoint and winning percentage. They were winning so many games, and they were so much fun to watch when Gordon Hayward was not out there that teams didn't want to play the Hornets. All of a sudden, Gordon Hayward came back, and then they had a couple losses here and there, but it really made a difference, man. I feel like Gordon Hayward, he stops progress. He doesn't want to push the pace. He doesn't want to let the young guys get any shine. And what the Hornets got to do, and I'm not trying to be too dramatic, but hey, this is new media. We're not going to shuck and jive like ESPN and Fox Sports 1. They got to build this team around LaMelo Ball better. They got to bring in selfless players who play the right way, who are not about clout chasing, who are not about trying to take away shots from the young players. I was really mad. One of these games, I don't know. I forgot. I think it was 3 games ago. They were blowing the team out. The Martin twins. I think it was the one when Jalen McDaniels was going off. The Martin twins were purposely not looking for Jalen McDaniels, who could have had 30 plus in that game. And the Martin twins did it the same thing a couple games back, not passing the ball to Vernon Carey. Maybe they got something against these young players, but they got to get that ish out of there. They can't have that. These so-called veteran players who are just role players, if that, who are thinking they got a big role, they got to get a reality check or they're gone. That's what I would do. Jaheim Nesbitt says Graham be doing too much. Yeah, he does do too much, man. Graham was out there he was doing the most. And those turnovers are costly. Every time Devontae Graham tries to do what LaMelo does, it doesn't work. Red Scorpion said, okay, I'll say it like this. Whatever LaMelo Ball does in his personal time, that's his life, and it doesn't matter. And he's a young athlete. So, that's what young athletes do, to holler at young women. But like I said, it's his life, though. TB says McMillan got them Hawks playing good. Lou Williams is a game changer. Yeah, best move they made. Sweet Lou is happy, man. He got them lemon pepper wings out there. He's doing his thing. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But yeah, I'm not surprised at all what they're doing. McMillan, he does deserve some votes for Coach of the Year. Got to give it to him. You know what's funny? You're going to laugh at this. Can you believe that there was some Charlotte Hornet fans? Not all. And shout out to Paya. Charlotte Hornet fans, not all, again, we're saying that James Borrego deserved Coach of the Year votes. Oh, man. I couldn't believe it. They went out there and apologized to the crowd. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. James Borrego, Coach of the Year? No. And he getting away with beating easy teams or teams that are injury plagued or dealing with injuries. No one's talking about that, but Coach James Borrego deserves Coach of the Year. That's cap, man. Brett Law, correct. Gordon Hayward, you said Gayward. He's a ball stopper. But I want to show y'all something. Bismack Biyombo had something to say about LaMelo Ball, and I'm about to play it right now.
He's hurt right now, but how good?
LaMelo, I don't like LaMelo, man. Who's that?
You don't like him? That's all fake, right? How good can he be? How good a player can he be?
I think, in my opinion, we're gonna witness a legend.
Really?
I think, in my opinion, the reason why I said that the kids is
And what's good, Sean Bless? I see you in the chat, man.
Is humble, works hard. I've been around rookies, and I was a rookie myself, but he just has it. You know, when he plays the game the right way. He doesn't force the game. He just plays it the right way. Right. And by the end of the game,
y'all hear that from Biyombo? He plays the game the right way. He doesn't force things. Now he got some of his teammates forcing shots, playing with out of the system. You got Gordon Hayward out there trying to be a point forward, and he out there turning over the ball. But listen to this brother, man. Listen to this brother. And you said audio ain't learn. You said audio kind of low. I'm a play it again. I'm gonna raise the audio up.
Is humble, works hard. I've been around rookies, and I was a rookie myself, but he just has it. You know, when he plays the game the right way. He doesn't force the game. He just plays it the right way. Right. And by the end of the game, you're like, wow, you really had a tremendous game. Like, yeah, it was cool. We could have done better. Yeah. So the kids just has it, you know. At his age, being able to run a team, organize guys. Yeah. At his age, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to see, and you know, obviously, he's working to be back, and I think we'll have him before the end of the season, which I'm excited for him. But I also think it's good for him that is also early in his career, although you never want to see somebody hurt. Right. But he also these moments are good for him to continue to grow mentally. You know, he's my little brother. I love him. But you know, when you see a kid like him, it's fun to just be around him. Yeah. I haven't seen him sad since I met him. Besides him keeping his shirt off, other than him having his shirt off at the beginning, he's a good kid, man. I think we're going to witness a living legend.
Y'all hear that? Wait. Y'all didn't hear that. You hear what Bismack Biyombo said about LaMelo Ball? I'm gonna play it again.
He's a good kid, man. I think we're going to witness a living legend.
Talk to him, Biz. Talk to him, Biz. Talk to him, Biz. You got a player that's a veteran. I don't care if Bismack Biyombo got brick fingers. He's a veteran in the NBA. He says we're about to witness a legend. And he's not, if you know Biz, if you look at his interviews, Bismack Biyombo doesn't sugarcoat anything. Say what you want about Biz, but he's not going to say stuff just to say things. He's pretty blunt. But the haters, they're not gonna look at their interview, they're gonna ignore it. Here's the problem. Why a lot of people get annoyed with LaMelo Ball. Jealousy. They want LaMelo Ball to be just a good player. They don't want him being great. Look at the future potential top 25 rankings. They put LaMelo Ball at number 3 because LaMelo Ball is 19 years old and still growing. That's common sense. But instead of pointing that out, Stephen A. Smith and Bubba Gump Shannon Sharp were complaining about it. And shout out to New Media Nation United YouTube member, Call Me Fa, who says Facts DJ was on some real shit. Yeah, it is real shit. When you're a veteran player and you're not hating, I gain respect. I don't care how trash Bismack Biyombo is on that court. He's gained my respect for holding it down and keeping it real about LaMelo Ball. He sees LaMelo breaking records and turning a new leaf. And instead of hating on him, instead of saying things that are not true, he was honorable. That's respect. And a lot of his teammates, LaMelo's teammates, can learn about it. I don't want to hear about how cool you are with LaMelo Ball and all that shit. No. Y'all be real about how good this young man is and stop beating around the bush because you don't want him to get the credit, because you don't want him to get the shine. Yeah, I got to stop that, man. Antler says, after hearing this, I want to get mad when Biz fumbled 2 passes during the game. Yeah, I know. I want to get mad at Biz sometimes, but I just can't, man. Sometimes I can't. Yvonne T said, I'm preaching God, man. I'm trying to, bro. I'm trying to. And how do you like these night streams? I want to ask y'all something. If I may not do a show at 10:30 Pacific time, even later than that, would y'all still be on for the live stream? It may not be that long, but Bartrand says Borrego knows his career will be toast if he fumbles this. Yeah. When LaMelo comes back, he better utilize him right. Sean Bless says Biz saying he thinks LaMelo will be back this season. Yeah. Yep. That's really good to hear. And I'm not surprised. LaMelo's a warrior, man. LaMelo was working on his left hand. He's not even left-handed. Chef Steph Curry says most of LaMelo's haters are from the beginning of the season, went away fast when he started balling and getting opportunity. Exactly. And see, that's why I respect Chef Steph Curry. Even though he's a Warrior fan, you see him keeping his team accountable? That's what you're supposed to do. You should never settle for mediocrity. So, Chef Steph Curry, he will talk about what's going on with the franchise. He will keep it real, and he would never sugarcoat. And that's why I respect people like Chef Steph Curry. You got my respect, my brother. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to freaking baby your franchises and tell them everything's all good. No. You hold them accountable. When the Lakers were winning championships, I remember when the Lakers lose a game when they shouldn't have lost to during Phil Jackson's coaching era, they would get at Phil Jackson. And he won so many championships. That's what you're supposed to do. TV says Draymond and Perk are Melo fans. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Game recognized game. And I was reading these comments. I'm going back. Sean Bless said, we're about to witness a legend. That's what it is, man. It's a legend. Taufik says, people call LaMelo turnover machine, but they forget LaMelo centers and teammates can't catch a basketball. It's crazy if the big men were able to use their hands for once in a blue moon. Half those turnovers would be knocked out the park. Toffee says, DJ, you should have played Borrego's interview after Hayward's injury because he said they lost 3 playmakers. So when the fuck Hayward had a playmaker? Well, I think we all seen that interview, Toffee. And, I usually don't play old stuff that people have seen. Everybody's seen that. And I don't really have to hear. I'm not really trying to hear from James Borrego that much. I pretty much know what type of person he is as a coach. I don't know him as a person. William Mason says, preach DJ, walk with it. Yes. This is what new media is all about, man. This is an amazing show. We've been here for 30 minutes and look at the positivity and realness that we're doing. This is like church, man. This is Sunday night church. Cambria Roberts says, right, respecting Melo as a friend and respecting him as a teammate and him being his own person in the league as well are 2 different things. Thank you. Yes, you could say you can hang out with LaMelo, you cool, you can kiki all the time. But do you really respect LaMelo Ball? Will you pass him the ball when he's on fire? Will you screen for him so he can take a three? Will you not get in his way so he can create for his teammates? So what type of teammate are you? And I'm talking about his teammates who don't do this, who go around the media talking about, oh, yeah, I'm cool with LaMelo Ball. We're friends. Really now? So you go to a club and y'all think y'all friends? No, what are you on that court? And we'll see who the real friend is. Now, Bismack may not catch a cold to save a life, but he is a good teammate. He plays hard. I give Bismack that. He plays hard. Wealth Engineer says Steph and Steph Curry are both LaMelo fans. Yes, they are. Shout out to Master Pierce for the $5 super chat to help grow the nation. He says, DJ, Charlotte never had a star type of player, so they don't know how to treat him. That's what it is. That's all truth. Charlotte has never dealt with this. And don't tell me Grandmama and Muggsy Bogues. They weren't like star players. They were great players. And they filled a need. And they played with Alonzo Mourning. I get that. But I'm talking about a star. I'm talking about box office. Star. Not everybody's a star. Just because you make an all-star game doesn't make you a star. Just because you're an all-star reserve doesn't make you a star. I'm talking about a star. I'm talking about somebody that's going to put butts in the freaking seats. I'm talking about a brother in LaMelo Ball. Even though he gets hated by commentator, he somehow rises above the hate to make him silent. That's a star. I'm talking about a star that when he switches his number to number one, let me say it again for the people in the back. When LaMelo switches his jersey number to number one, and it's going to happen, kids, even though they bought his number 2 jersey, are going to buy the number 1 jersey. That's a star. Sean Bless says, I was watching Narcos for the first time, but I had to put it on pause to hear DJ's gospel. Thank you, my brother, man. All praise to the Most High, praise to God. Thank you. TB says Pels won for everyone that cares. The Pels are Jekyll and Hyde, man. The Pels are hard to watch. I hate, even when they win, they're hard to watch. I'd rather watch Tebe take freaking 40 shots than watch the freaking Pelicans. Chef Curry says, I even hold Curry accountable at times. He's too nice and unselfish to Steve Kerr in that front office. He's at a point of his career that he could demand more. You know what? Now, these are two different players, but the analogy is on point. Y'all remember when I said that Lonzo needs to speak up and not allow the Pelicans to dictate his future? Same rules can apply to Steph Curry, who's a future Hall of Famer, champion, the best three-point shooter of all time. You're right, Chef Steph Curry, and more fans need to be like that. You got to hold everybody accountable. When I made a video when LaMelo Ball was passive, and this is one of the few times LaMelo was passive, even though I had a little flack from that, they thought I was being too hard on LaMelo Ball. It showed people that I'm objective. I've always been like that. When I made a video about Lonzo Ball not attacking the basket, I knew I had people that would speak out against it, but I had to say it because you cannot have a player settle for threes like Lonzo did that one night where he shot 15 threes and didn't attack the basket not one time. This is what objectivity looks like. What this man said right here, Chef Stephen Curry. He said that Steph Curry needs to speak up and not allow Steve Kerr in the front office to ruin them. If I was Steph Curry, I'll shut it down. And y'all think I'm crazy, but I'll shut it down. If they ain't helping me, I'll shut it down. I'm not trying to ruin my year and my health on a rebuilding project. Sean Bless says, Master Pierce, all facts, no cap. Yeah, Master Pierce, man, he a real one. That's a real one right there. Wolf Engineer say, you mean the coach of the year, DJ? Boy, it's gonna be fun. If they lose this 4th seed, even if they go to a playing game by the end of the month, oh boy, that's not gonna be a good look. Ant Learn says, what did Lonzo do? No, I was just making an analogy about Lonzo. Like, we talking about holding players accountable. Like, we hold Lonzo accountable when he doesn't attack the basket. We hold any player accountable when they're playing passive. And I was giving credit to Chef Steph Curry for being objective and just holding his team accountable. And he could have just let them do what they did because they won championships. But this is the difference between winning teams, winning history, and mediocre history. And the Hornets are trying to learn how to be a winning team in an organization. Their fans are trying to learn how to navigate this because they admit to me they used to make excuses for their organization all the time because they were just happy to have an NBA team. Darius Ewan says Melo is walking playmaker point guard. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Zoe didn't even play tonight. Shane Nichols says new media family stand up. What's good, my guy? Darius Ewan said most of his teammates seem to be jealous of him. That's sad. Yeah, I see that too. I'm not exaggerating. I could read a body language. We out here giving props to players who play well, like Miles Bridges, Jalen McDaniels, Terry Rozier when he doesn't play too much hero ball. So we give respect to other players. But if you're out here just looking young players off and not letting them shine, I question that. Chef Steph Curry says Curry should feel disrespected by what the Warriors front office put out there on that court. I don't know why he's not. Yeah, he should. He should. I'll be pissed off if I'm Steph Curry. And it started with Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr has had a lot of say into that roster. Now I know that the owners and everybody else, the GMs and the manager are going to get the blame, but I'm holding Steve Kerr responsible for the Warriors not performing. All of his moves are all been about likable. He's likable kids, and get along with their parents and all that stuff. This is what it gets you. Can a player play? Are they aggressive? Can they do the little things right? That's what matters. When the Warriors didn't make any moves this offseason, I said it's going to be a long season. TB says early on, Larry Johnson was a star, though. I'll say that. Larry Johnson was big time. But I'm not going to say superstar. I'll say an all-star caliber player, but I won't say superstar. Not everybody is a superstar. Yvonne T says Melo is box office. Yes, he is. Harry says PJ has been struggling with points because he's missing those easy setups from LaMelo. Yeah, PJ Washington is one of the he really misses LaMelo out there because LaMelo was one of the few players that could hit him up with the spots for pick and pop passes. You don't get that with Devontae because Devontae, he out there trying to look for his own shot. Bartrand says LaMelo could have the same impact on Charlotte that Jordan had on the Bulls. The Bulls still eat off Jordan's clout. And he's talking about the popularity, the because I know they're gonna take that comment and say he's comparing him to Michael Jordan. Nope. But I understand what Bartrand's saying. Just the aura of LaMelo Ball can boost your franchise for years to come. That's why I gave the nickname to LaMelo the stimulus package, because he's gonna fix everything on your franchise. Sean Bless says, DJ, did you see that video? LaMelo's mansion is so far. I didn't get to see that video. Y'all hold up real quick. Let me get some water. Much better. Get some water. William Mason says box office stratosphere. Now that's what's up. Yup. Taufik says, truth is, DJ, just like the Pelicans, the Hornets don't know how to please their stars. They leave after 7 years like Kimba. Shoot, they keep this up. I wouldn't be surprised if LaMelo left his 4 years, his fourth year. Ant Learn says, wait. Speaking of that, DJ, did you see LaMelo IG story the other day? Oh, I saw that. He said he had a dream, and he had a dream of wearing number 1 jersey. Yep, I saw that. I saw that video. I saw that IG story. I told y'all knew this too. So I'm not going to act like I'm just some genius. But I told a couple people now, LaMelo wants that number. The reason why LaMelo did not get that number is because some of his teammates who some of y'all claim are his friends or they cool was acting too prideful. Like they big time. And they haven't even accomplished a lot in this league to be telling a young number 3 overall pick LaMelo Ball, you can't have my number. Trying to son him. But they keep asking me, is Malik Monk coming back? Is he going to stay on the team? Is he going to take that number 5 number and get LaMelo number 1? We'll see. Because that's what it's about. Darius Ewan says the coach got into his head. Oh, yeah, man. Y'all, I'm not surprised about LaMelo's mansion, man. Y'all know how the big ballers do. Large and in charge, man. They gotta have extravagant everything. That's how they do it, man. Shout out to J&J Video. Make sure you tune into her series, The Prodigal Son, LaMelo Ball, on her channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share the content as well. Boy, y'all in the comment section just jumping right now. Bartrand says LaMelo is an elite playmaker and scorer. He can get 30 to 20. I believe he can. Now, is this organization is going to give him the usage rate that all these other young stars get? We'll see. But he better. Darius Ewan says, love your show, DJ, because you express straight facts with a point of lifting our people. Much love, brother. That's what it's all about, man. Here's the thing about YouTube, man, the content creating. Yes, you can have passion, but you could do that while not being a self-hater. And I feel blessed to do a YouTube show where I could be myself. We could talk about hoops, sports, and we could uplift our people at the same time. That's why if someone has a YouTube channel, I'm shouting it out. I'm going out of my way to help people out with their channels. It's such a blessing, man. We got to get back to that way of just giving back, man. Because at the end of the day, this stuff is entertaining, it's fun, and it's something to bring everybody together. Matless says Kerr and management felt or hoped they were getting the next KD when they drafted Wiseman. That's their fault. And they also drafted for quote unquote need. Now, if you watch my YouTube channels, what's the number one thing I say on drafts for either sport? Never, ever, ever, ever draft for need. You draft for need, it's over. Now, before we go on, I want everyone to do this at one point. I want everyone to do this. Shane Nichols says Borrego led the voting polls for Joke of the Year, along with Rookie of the Year. That's funny. Joke of the Year. J&J Video says, I believe LaMelo would get that number. Shout out to Drop the Mic. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. If you're a supporter of my channel, you as well as a supporter of new media, make sure you subscribe to Drop the Mic. Excellent content. This brother Drop the Mic does interviews with players in the leagues, commentary, opinions. He talks about it all, sports, politics, you name it. Taufik says J&J, we need that next part Australia when that's coming out. You know she on it, man. She on it. We got a super chat from Ant Learn. He said, "Well, I'm out. New media family have to be at work for 3 hours." Brother, man, thank you for supporting the channel. And man, this has been a fun show. Get some good rest. And have a blessed night of sleep. Master Pierce says, morning, and a nigga named Grandmama, no star. Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. If you really a Charlotte fan, you know those guys weren't stars. They were good players. But Grandmama, Larry Johnson, and Alonzo Mourning were never star players. Man, like Alonzo Mourning. He was so glad that Dwayne Wade and Shaq came to that team. Because he's like, dang, man, I couldn't win a ring to save this. Oh, man, I couldn't win a ring ever. He thought he was never going to win a ring. But once he saw what Dwayne Wade would be, and then Shaq came, I think in like 2004, 2005. Alonzo Mourning was like, it's my chance. Chef Curry says Wiseman will take at least a few years to develop. To be honest, LaMelo played with grown men overseas. He was bound to be NBA ready. This is a Warriors fan, by the way. Y'all see that? He said LaMelo Ball played against grown men. Now, how many times have we been saying that on these YouTube content shows? Not just mine, Amax, DKM, and plenty of others, Ball Facts. We said the same thing. And for some reason, people are saying, oh, those leagues ain't all that. That's not the point. Since LaMelo Ball played with grown men, he was battle tested. And you see LaMelo Ball get hit and not get a foul call. That's when I knew he was tough. TB says, I mean, you guys are kind of young, but you got to remember Larry Johnson coming out of UNLV and Alonzo Mourning coming out of Georgetown were marketed like big stars. I get that, but I wouldn't say superstar. I mean, a couple people are saying, oh, they were superstars. No, Alonzo Mourning was not a superstar. He made some all-star appearances and here and there and was a good player. But I won't call him a superstar. That's the problem in the NBA. We calling everybody and a mama a superstar when they're not. There's only a few superstars. A superstar to me is like you're that dude. Like you're Jordan, you're Kobe, you're LeBron, you're Kareem, you're Shaq, you're Hakeem Olajuwon, you're Dwayne Wade. I mean, those are superstars. Not everyone. Steph Curry, he's a superstar. Magic, he's a superstar. Isaiah Thomas, the original Isaiah Thomas, superstar. And I should have said Larry Bird. Larry Bird is the ultimate superstar. He would give people buckets in today's game and yesterday's game. Thank you so much, J&J Video. Thank you so much. He says, shout out to everyone in the chat and the president of New Media DJs. That means a lot to me, my sister. Thank you. But we got to realize everybody can't be a superstar. Watch, if RJ Barrett makes an all-star team in the future, right? And he's playing subpar, they're going to call him a superstar when he's not. That's why I hate that label. Everybody can't be a superstar, man. I can see Knicks fans doing that. RJ Barrett let's say he makes 2 all-star games. They will call him a superstar. When that's not the case. Taufik says, DJs, you said the number one rule is to not draft for need. I did say that. And now look what's happening. Look what's happening. Now, I hate to say this because what happened to James Wiseman. He's a good kid. I'm talking about the organization of Steve Kerr. You never draft for need. Ever draft for need. You draft for need, it's a long night. This is who you draft. You draft this player here. You draft a player that wants to play. You see LaMelo just anxious. He's anxious. He's bored. He wants to play. He's in a cast and can't really do it. I'm going to show it again. This is the player the Hornets should have gotten. The one that wants to play so bad, he just anxious. Look at his body language. He's like, man, when am I going to play? That's a baller. That's a baller. Shout out to Master Pierce again for the $5 super chat to help grow the nation. Yeah, Sean Bless, that's one of his best videos, man. For real. One of his best videos. Shine Nichols says LeVar set the standard by playing them against players 5 to 8 years older. Them boys are born and raised in a volcano. BBB New Media. Y'all know what it is. Battle tested. Yeah, that's the funny part. Why are so many people so surprised that the Ball brothers are battle tested? It's in their DNA. They're born for this, man. They're built for this. I mean, this didn't come out of like overnight. This is real stuff. They were raised around adversity. That's why you don't see LaMelo Ball bitching and complaining about stuff. You don't see LaMelo complaining about calls. This dude get raked every time. He gets clothesline, raked in the face. He gets hit in the face. He gets elbowed in the chest. He gets scratched, beat up in the paint, and they never call a foul on LaMelo Ball. I mean, they never call a foul on someone's fouling LaMelo Ball. Never do it. And good night to Sean Bless, man. Yeah, Kevin McHale was a monster in the blocks. Yeah, they born the ball, Jaheim. They're born the ball, like the song said, man. Like the Lonzo Ball album said, "Born to Ball." TB says, "Dad was a pro athlete. Mom was a director of physical education. They were molded. Yeah, they were destined for it, man." Look at Chef Steph Curry dropping the knowledge. He said LaMelo Ball would thrive with Steph Curry. The Warriors would definitely be above 500 with LaMelo. It's clear. You know why? Steph Curry would play more off ball, which is good for him. And if you double team Steph Curry and leave LaMelo Ball open, that's not going to be a good sign. Master Pierce says Punk George flagrant fouled him by pushing him in the back. It was a regular foul. And he said it was only a regular foul. Yeah, that was terrible, man. That was terrible. I ain't like that at all. I do agree with that too. I think Wiseman would have had a better start to his career if he played on a team that could use a big man. Charlotte would have been a better fit for Wiseman because I think he would have been used more. I truly believe that. But that's all I'm going to say today. Some days I may do a night stream. Some days I may not. It just depends on my job. But I appreciate the love. I appreciate the family atmosphere that we all have at New Media. And thank you all who support this vision. Remember, we're going to say the truth. We're not going to sugarcoat it and say it's not the coach's fault. It's not this person's fault. It's not that person's fault. That's the stuff we're not going to do. But this channel has brought me so much joy and peace that I needed. And I thank you all. I treat you all like family. New media is a family, man. Don't forget that. It's something that brings us all together. So I thank you all. Make sure you get your notifications so you can get all live streams, no matter if it's morning or night. Make sure you share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And also, be the best person you can be. Be the best freaking person you can be. Believe in your dreams, goals, and aspirations. And keep the Most High God first. Shout out to everybody. Love your people. Love yourself. Love this world. It's not perfect, but it's such a blessing to be alive. Shout out to Sean Nichols. He said, family vibes, new media stand up. Yes, it's a family vibe here. Brett Law says, shout out to New Media Family. I've never been a part of online family before. Yeah, New Media is a family, man. New Media is a family. And anytime you guys support this channel, whether it's liking, sharing, donating, Cash App, stream, live chat, the streams, that is supporting family. So we could be around for a long time. And I thank you, man. This is a blessing in itself. If y'all ever need someone to talk to when you're having a tough day, I'm there. Y'all know I got Twitter. Y'all know I got Instagram. If I don't respond too much, I'm busy, but that's what I want to bring, a family atmosphere to you guys. Tafi says the loss is all Borrego. He failed to enable bad behaviors in his veterans and sophomores, like freezing out the hot hands, even if it's a rookie. Yeah, that's what they did. That's why they lost. Old habits cost them this game. That's not a winning formula. See, a good coach, because they keep saying that James Borrego's a coach of the year candidate. No. Good coaches don't allow that crap to happen. You freeze a hot hand, you're on the bench. If they did that to the Lakers, let's say Kuzma has a hot hand, and let's say that a veteran player like Drummond doesn't pass him the open three. He's sitting on the bench. It may not be too long, but he's sitting on the bench. You're like, come on, man, you can't do that. That's what good coaches do. Now, we all know there wouldn't be a coach to sit LeBron James on the bench if he did that, but that's LeBron James. That's different. He's a superstar. But those non-superstars in the league, when you're doing that, you're usually on the bench for a little bit until you learn. And yeah, prayers of Black Rob, man. I heard he was in the hospital. Prayers to that brother. A hip-hop legend. He did that song, Whoa. Man, y'all got to pray for these entertainers out here, man. You got to pray for them. You got to pray for everybody, but pray for these brothers and sisters, man. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're dealing with. So pray. And peace and love to everybody. Let's ride out. Uncle Vern style.
Let me tell you something. Back in my day, let me show you.